I'ma start a ride. I'ma start a ride. Yeah. I'ma start a ride.
What's up, y'all? TeamFTS. We're here with Thomas. We got Jed over here. Anyway, we're doing his
Dragon Rulers.
Dragon Rulers. There you go. Oh, I call them dragons. But anyway, yeah. So we have 2 people on the team that play it, and we're gonna go to Tally and wreck their motherfucking shit with it. And
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
Nah, we're gonna do that shit.
I'm not gonna be ignorant.
This is just Matt. Are you gonna double Matt like this and Tally?
Fuck yeah.
If they tell you not to, are you gonna do it?
Fuck yeah.
All right, cool. Go into your
This has nothing to do with game mechanics.
Yeah, true story, true story. But
Double
his deck
Matt.
is much different than mine. So if y'all seen mine, it's different. So look at the shit, and it's a good deck. So it's mean. Continue.
All right. So starting off, I mean, this is pretty generic. Triple blaster. You know, I'm just gonna do it like this. Triple title.
It's really different, isn't it, guys? I'm just going over it. No, really, it gets different.
And, you know, the standard triple tempest title, Redox.
Blaster, cool. I met somebody.
I promoted blaster alone because I like blowing shit up. My fires are 2 burner and 1 guard.
So he runs 3 fires opposed to Aaron's 2.
Because I like blowing shit up.
He does.
Double stream, of course, double lightning, double reacting.
Indeed.
I'm happy I know the names of them now.
Standard.
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 My hand traps, I opt to run triple effect Veiler and double maxi. I don't like triple. I mean, I side the third maxi. I just don't like triple maxi just because, you know, whether you're at locals or not, you know, eventually you're gonna run into some decks that this isn't really gonna be like effective against, like Evil Swarm. If anyone still really plays that anymore, they will now. But I mean, Evil Swarm, and then you know, Prophecies. This card at most is gonna be a 1-for-1 in Prophecy. So I mean, there are just better options. So I opt to play just 2. And of course, 3 effect Veiler.
We both have the same opinion on that. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I think that was
My tech, which is not really a tech, but a Wyvern and Lad. This
shit mean.
It's
Wait until you see his traps. You'll understand how mean this shit is.
No, it's fucking ridiculous. Which I'll explain in a moment. My spell lineup, of course, triple rejuvenation.
That shit banned. All right, continue. I'm sorry.
It is. This shit limited. Gold Sark. 2 Gold Sark. I don't necessarily like to run 3. And the reason why is because I opt to play double Sacred Sword. And I mean, I understand, you know, people say, oh, you know, Gold Sark, you know, you can get it back or whatever. But I mean, I also like to run the 2 Sacred Sword just because it gives me that extra draw outlet. You know what I mean? And I don't run 3 because I hate using it and then drawing into another one.
Bro, I feel you so much, bro. It's the worst.
It is just retarded. I tried it with 3 and I liked it for a while, but then whenever I kept on seeing the other ones, it was just retarded.
I feel him right now.
And so I kind of equal it out because I don't want to draw a hand of Gold Swords and Sacred Swords. So I kind of want to keep an equal balance. And this is the best decision that I've come to with it.
Okay.
And I mean, and another reason I don't need to use triple Gold Sword is because I opt to run card destruction. And so,
I have to run card destruction.
That card shits on my face, dude.
well, I mean, believe it or not, I don't know how it is wherever the viewers are playing, or you know where the mentality on Dragon players is there. But I know a lot of players in Jacksonville they don't run this card. You know, they choose not to run this card, and I don't understand why. Because this card is just fucking nuts. You know, if I have a Wyvern and Rejuve in hand, I'm gonna plus no matter what. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm gonna get the cards I need in the grave or the babies I need in hand. So I mean, 2 Gold Sark is still good in case I don't see this 1 destruction. And then of course I play 1 heavy and 1 book, and that's all from my spells. I do not play Dark Hole or Monster Reborn.
Who are you?
And my only traps, my only 3 traps are 1 breakthrough skill. I mean, I side the second one, but I still, you know, I want to win game 1. So shit like Ophion and whatnot, or you know, just being able to stop, you know, like a random Mermail player going off or a random Dragon player going off, it's still good regardless. Especially with those random rogue decks. And then another reason why I like Lad is because I opt to main 2 Vanity's Emptiness.
Let me tell y'all about Lad Emptiness and how unbeatable it is in the mirror. Literally, I was playing him in the mirror because I play Dragons. So he went Lad Emptiness. It's unbeatable physically.
So what's worse, Kaiku Jougan or
Lad Emptiness? Hands down.
We played. Me and Aaron. We actually play tested 3 matches yesterday. Hear me out. We play tested 3 matches yesterday. And I mean,
every single time he got Lad Emptiness, I lost.
Yeah, like
literally.
Now, granted, every match did go to game 3. It wasn't a blowout on either side. But usually, like game 3 or even game 1, sometimes would usually end with Draco Sack Lad, and he would attempt to use an effect to exhaust my Lad, and I would just chain Emptiness.
He literally just lets me waste everything because I have to waste to get Lad off the field. And then he'll right when I want to summon something, he's just like Emptiness. So now he has a Lad and an Emptiness that I can't get past no matter what.
So do you reset Lad at that point, or do you just let it?
I can. I I usually reset Lad using Book of Moon. Another cool thing that I like too is Kelsey. Matter of fact, Kelsey, he was trying to. I was playing him in a recent match, and he was trying to exhaust my Light and Darkness, and I think he had used. I forget what he had used, but he tried to exhaust it, and then I was like, oh, chain Book of Moon.
Oh shit!
And then I put my Lad back face down, and then I summoned all my big ones, and I flipped Lad back over to push for game.
that shit's the truth because I can't even reveal Priestess to drain your Lad. Like, that's just the truth. That's just the truth.
Everybody's like, oh, Priestess was a thing. You just keep revealing Priestess to a drain.
Not with Emptiness.
Emptiness Lad is I don't know how it is for like rogue shit, for fire shit. I just know it's impossible to beat if you're playing with dragons.
Granted though, Emptiness is going to affect really any and all decks. Some more than others. And worst case scenario, I just side it out.
But Lad is Lad makes Emptiness so much better.
Lad makes this card.
People think Key Beetle's good with the fucking Emptiness. Fuck that, dude. Oh my god, Lad is so good. All right, continue. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. And to the extra deck, I run 2 Drago Sacks. I want to run a third one for Tally, and just because right now, for local standard, I run the Cataster, for particular situations. But for Tally, I do want to cut this for a third Drago Sack because I am going to be seeing more dragons and more spellbooks. So I'm going to need more resources, and I can make this a hell lot more than I can make this.
True story.
So now that's out the way. My choice personally, I opt to run 1 Big Eye, and the only reason I only run 1 Big Eye is because I feel.
Who are you? All right. Continue,
don't get me wrong. I've always thought about 2 Big Eye. And there are times where 2 Big Eye could be useful, but it's very seldom that I do go into Big Eye, and I don't like it where we're in the format now that if this gets Veilered, he can't attack, he can't do anything. I'm just fucked. Yeah. And then on top of that. If he gets Veilered, then if I'm playing the Mirror and he gets Big Eyed, or if I'm playing Mermails and then this gets Big Eyed in its own, I can't. I pretty much plus my opponent. And then on top of such, every time I use Big Eye, I have to get rid of it. Like I play to where if I don't have an effect veil or anything like that, or if you have a big hand, I'm gonna take your monster, but I'm getting rid of my own Big Eye.
I'm tributing the shit out of it.
Yeah, and it's like I'm tributing your monster and I'm getting rid of my Big Eye, but I don't want to have to summon a card only to have to get rid of it myself.
Yeah.
So it's very I do like Big Eye. He has to be played, but me personally, I like him at 1. I like him at 2, but me personally, I like him at 1.
What was I gonna say? Oh. No, remember when we first started playtesting, when you just first made dragons, I was just like, never make Big Eye against a deck that can make Big Eye. And then he talked about the Big Eye War. That's what he called it, a Big Eye War, where you just make each player spams Big Eyes and just take each other's Big Eyes. It's just like nonsense. It's literal nonsense on the board.
Yeah, no, I try to avoid that scenario, which is why I still play my 1. In the place of the second one, I opt to run Master Blaze, because Master Blaze is going to be an answer to that Big Eye. And for those rogue decks or even Evil Swarm, shit that targets like Deep Prison or Compulse and Lance, Chalice, things like that. He just stops.
He says no.
You can't Veiler him, and he's pretty big. He's 2,700 attack. Plus he's an Earth. So needless to say, if you exhaust 3 Drago Sacks with a Big Eye or anything like that, you just go into him, and not only is he a wall for you to help stand behind, but he's an Earth. So you can always use it for Redox fodder. Abyss Gaius, this is just self-explanatory. Abyss Gaius is fucking good. Gaia Charger, it's just to have that extra rank 7 to go into if I've exhausted everything else. Plus, the piercing, it comes in clutch.
That shit wins games.
Oh yeah, and he's a win.
That's especially good this coming format because of Scapegoat.
Scapegoat, oh yeah. And then he's a win too. So Tempest fodder. Now my personal choice, Abyss Dweller, and Abyss Dweller is something I very seldomly go into. But I actually did it playing Kelsey and a couple other people just randomly, and honest to God, this card is good. Just playing because I was playing Kelsey one day and I know he had grabbed something and searched gun, and then I resolved Dweller next turn with the Drago Sack on board, and the gun he had that he had tried to play for the next turn just became dead. But it's very seldom I go into it, but I love Dweller. If you don't know.
Now you know.
I also come in here. I play Stardust. I play Stardust Dragon. I gotta put my top of my Stardust. I play Stardust Dragon. Right. And I also play Red MD. And I don't play it just because of the mat. I play Red MD because
Like, why are you calling him Red MD?
my fault. Red Dragon Archfiend. I don't know why I said Red MD. But Red Dragon Archfiend, I mean, I like him just because, one, he's 3,000, and if I have to go for a big push, he's an easy, access to an 8 for 3,000 attack. That's fucking huge. And then, in the mirror, if people try to wall up, and, I'm going to do 2 Dragosec and 3 tokens. No, fuck that. I'm getting rid of these 3 tokens in one swoop. So I like him. Eradicated target as well, so that's good. Yeah. And then, Stardust, people don't play Stardust in the extra deck. I don't know why. Stardust is fucking nuts. If you need to protect something, or if you just need that beater, and he's a wind. I mean, he just honestly, he has overall synergy, and he protects from destruction. I mean, Stardust has always been a staple in my extra deck and forever will be. Colossal Fighter. Colossal Fighter's just nuts. If they have that Crimson Blader, if you're playing the mirror and they have a Crimson Blader on board, or they have a Blaster on board and Crimson Blader in graveyard, you literally just headbutt with the Colossal Fighter, and if they have another body on board, you use Colossal Fighter effect to bring back their Blader, and you just run over that body.
Happened.
And then it's just it's so good. And it's a dark, so it's an Eradicator target. Scrap Dragon, self-explanatory. Earth 2, Synergy with Redox. Crimson Blader, yes.
That shit good.
Black Rose, I go into Black Rose actually more often than a lot of people would think, and that's just because if I'm gonna really
don't you?
Yes. I probably synchro more than I exceed, but
That's a lie,
Black Rose is just really good. Yeah, it is.
That's a lie.
Black Rose is just really good, just because I mean he's easy to get too. People are like, oh, how are you gonna make Black Rose? It's literally just Dragosac and 2 tokens. And if your opponent has more field presence than you do, and I mean, granted, you may be able to get over it, but you don't want to feel overwhelmed by using all your big ones effects.
Yeah.
You literally just have a Dragosac 2 tokens and summon a Flame Ball Guard or an Effect Veiler, and you get a free nuke, and then you have Fire Fodder for the Blaster, so it has synergy as well without having to exhaust any of your dragons. And then Army Arm.
Cause that nigga good.
Arm is very good. This is even easier to make than Black Rose. It's literally just 1 token and 1 tuner, and then you have an insta Army Arm. Card is good.
It's the Army Arm. Yeah.
Insta Army Arm.
Alright, you want to do your side or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course I'm doing my side.
Alright, hey, do your side, man.
My side is 1 Maxi, as I mentioned. My interesting techs, I play double Side Blocker and Tsukuyomi.
That shit good.
And I mean, I play double Side Blocker. I mean, Side Blocker, I can side in multiple things. I like to side it preferably in Evil Swarms and Prophecies, because it turns off that Judgment for a turn, and it turns off Ophion for that turn. I think it's just really good. And then Tsukuyomi too. I would also side this in Prophecies, just because if they have that Joggin on board, you just drop Tsukuyomi, and it doesn't matter if they fade it or unless they have a warning, or something just obscure. Then I mean Effect Veiler. Well, Jet plays 2. I ain't worried about that shit.
A lot of Power Spellers only play 1.
I want to play 3 again. Watch me play 3 again.
But most people only play 1. Though,
exactly.
So it's not even a problem.
So I mean, with Tsukuyomi, I mean, you just flip it face down. You're not gonna stop it unless you have something to stop it, like warning or Effect Veiler, like Jet mentioned. You're not gonna be able to stop Tsukuyomi.
I'm telling you,
I'm gonna get my play off.
I'm telling you, if I could main 3 Veiler, I would do it, just because of cards like those.
Right.
Like.
And I only opt to use the 1 just because, I mean, like I mentioned in Jet's video, Tsukuyomi is recyclable. So you don't need to clog the deck up, especially with something that doesn't have synergy. I opt to play triple Droll and Lock, but this also complements the fact that I play only 2 Eradicator in the side. And the only reason I only opt to go 2 Eradicator and triple Droll is because with Eradicator, there have been so many times where I will be with maybe like 1 or 2 Eradicators in hand, and then I haven't been able to special summon anything else, just the hand's been really rough and it's been really bad. And there are times where I'm like, damn, I could really use Droll and Lock. And originally I wasn't siding it. And then I thought about it and I was like, you know what, why not? Because Droll and Lock, 1, it's an extra body. It's a win target for that Tempest. And I mean, it doesn't do the same thing as Eradicator, but it's still pretty devastating.
What I think would be a good thing is if he's stunned, say he's going second in the game 2, he can stun him and then he can eradicate him. Like, that's what I think.
Exactly.
It would be really nuts.
It's a healthy combination, but I still can't ignore how good Eradicator is. So you have to. I play it at 2. I can't ignore how good it is, but triple Droll and Lock I feel is not better, but
I think
it's more now. It's more instantaneous.
I think it's because it's a first turn response that it's a good choice.
Exactly. Double Road Decree for any of these rogue niggas that be trying me. I will not be tried at Tally. I will not.
Don't fuck with me.
I will not. I wish a nigga would. I will not.
Alright.
I sighed. My second breakthrough is I do not like Ophion.
I wish a nigga would. Yeah, that's funny.
And triple MST.
Cause that shit good.
Oh yeah, against the wall or any kind of mind drain or anything like that. This is just better. It's chainable too, which I like. You can chain to sphere, and it's you can get rid of that wall without having to exhaust a blaster effect or anything like that. And I honestly cite MST more than I do Decree, if anything, just because my Decree can easily get MST'd.
Yeah.
So I mean it's and then I lose it and I don't have an answer. MST at least it's chainable. And I mean, I can use it on my turn instantly if I draw into it. It's not like Decree where I have to wait. It makes the deck slower. So MST just kind of MST gives a similar effect, but at a faster pace.
Indeed, sir. Thomas is dead. Bye, Jet. Look like you're flicking us off because the thing. Bye, Thomas.
I say, damn right, I got it. Damn right, I got it. Damn right, I got it. Damn right.
What's up, my nigga Thomas? How you doing, cuz?
Cole, can you give me a ride later?
What's up, my Gerald Lim? What's up, y'all? TeamFTS. We're here. Hello, we're here with my friend Pablo.
Hola.
And Jeremy Lin. Ballin'!